Hey everyone, it's Amanda. Today I'll be going over Chapter 6 in our Drugs and Behavior textbook. The title of the chapter is Stimulants, and I'll be going over the first quarter, which is roughly pages 120 to 125. So first I'll be going over some basic knowledge about stimulants. Stimulants can be divided somewhat arbitrarily. There are readily available stimulants such as nicotine and caffeine, and then there are restricted stimulants such as cocaine and amphetamines. Next, I'll be going over the history of cocaine. The use of coca can be traced back to around 5000 BC and what was to become the Inca Empire in Peru. Coca is a bush that grows in the Andes and produces cocaine. Coca thrives at elevations of 2,000 to 8,000 feet on the Amazon slope of the Andes Mountains, where more than 100 inches of rainfall occur annually. The shrub is pruned to prevent it from reaching its normal heights, which is 6 to 8 feet. The shrubs are grown in small 2 to 3 acre patches called cocals. Some have been under cultivation for over 800 years. Prior to the 16th century, the coca leaf was an important part of Incan culture. In earlier times, it was primarily used in religious ceremonies. By the time the conquistadors arrived, coca was treated as money. The Spanish then adopted this custom and paid coca leaves to the native laborers for mining and transporting gold and silver. Natives in the Andes Mountains in Bolivia and Peru still use coca as their ancestors did. They chew the leaves and almost continuously hold a ball of coca leaf in the mouth. It increases strength and endurance while decreasing the need for food, which allows natives to run or carry large bundles over mountain trails at great distances. The psychoactive effects can be made stronger by adding calcified lime. This increases the extraction of cocaine and allows greater absorption into the blood supplying the inside of the mouth. It appears that early Andes settlers formed communities near areas where this calcified lime could be mined. Eventually, they took up planting and harvesting crops in the nearby fields, and one of those important crops was coca. Next, there was coca wine. Angelo Mariani, a French chemist, introduced the coca leaf indirectly to the general public. He imported lots of coca leaves and used an extract in many products such as lozenges and tea. But Mariani's coca wine is what made him rich and famous. The Pope even presented a medal of appreciation to him. Cocaine was also used in local anesthesia. Coca leaves contain the active chemical cocaine up to almost 2%, and cocaine was isolated before 1960. An available supply of pure cocaine and the newly developed hypodermic syringe improved the drug delivery system and led to experimentation in the 1880s. Dr. W. S. Halsted experimented with the ability of cocaine to produce local anesthesia. Next I'll be talking about early psychiatric uses of cocaine. Sigmund Freud studied the drug for its potential as a treatment medication in a variety of ailments, including depression and morphine dependence. He even urged his friends and colleagues to try it, claiming that it's a safe exhilarant. However, after giving large doses of cocaine to his friend to treat morphine dependence, his friend went through cocaine psychosis. After, Freud generally opposed drugs when treating psychological problems. Next, I'll be talking about the early legal controls on cocaine. Between 1887 and 1914, 46 states passed laws to regulate the use and distribution of cocaine. Many articles at the time connected heinous crimes of black men under the influence of cocaine. Such negative publicity was a major influence for the passage of the 1914 Harrison Act, which taxed the importation and sale of coca and cocaine along with opium. Lastly, I'll be talking about forms of cocaine. To make illicit cocaine, coca leaves are mixed with an organic solvent such as kerosene or gasoline. After soaking, mixing, and mashing, the excess liquid is filtered out to form a substance known as coca paste. Coca paste is a crude extract containing cocaine in a smokable form. The paste can then be made into cocaine hydrochloride, which is the most common form of pure cocaine. It is so stable that it cannot be heated into vapors for inhalation. Recreational users of this form of cocaine either snort or inject the drug intravenously. Some users who want to smoke cocaine use to convert it into freebase by extracting it into a volatile organic solvent such as ether. The freebase can be heated and the vapors inhaled. However, this method of smoking cocaine is dangerous because a combination of fire and ether fumes is extremely explosive. The popularity of this form of freebasing began to decline in the mid-1980s. This is when it was discovered that mixing cocaine with simple household chemicals, such as baking soda and water, and then drying it out, resulted in a smokable cocaine known as crack or rock. The onset of drug effects and the intensity and effects varies depends on the route of administration, by mouth, insufflation, injection, or inhalation. Drug effects are more intense following intravenous injection and inhalation compared with oral or intranasal administration. However, the effects of cocaine are similar despite the route of administration, as powder and crack cocaine are qualitatively the same drug. However, it's important to note that the cocaine base is responsible for all cocaine-related effects, and it is the active ingredient in all forms of cocaine.